You will need 3 rings to the size of a bracelet, some 20 gauge hardware wire, some crafting beads. These are 6mm faceted plastic beads. You will also need 28 gauge beading wire, some flat nose pliers, round nose pliers, and some wire cutters. You will also need some safety glasses because you'll be snipping the wire and we don't want any accidents. Craft paint. This is acrylic, all-purpose, black. And a painting sponge. You will also need some jump rings. I made these using a pencil and the wire that we used for the tree. And some chain. This is thick chain I bought at Walmart. The length depends on how long you want the chain to be for hanging and for in between each ring. To begin, you will need to cut 12 pieces of 20 gauge wire. You will need pieces that are 2.5 times as big as your ring. So this ring is about 3 inches. So I cut around 7 inches. 11 of them, 7 inches. Then I cut at the 12th one 4 times the size. So it's 12 inches long. This one is for the middle. So we'll have extra wire to wrap around for the little loop that will attach each one together. Begin with a long one and a short one and line them up like that. I'd say about 2 inches from the bottom. Start twisting. And you can measure it. Looks about good right there. Stop the trunk about halfway up the ring. And make sure the long one is right in the middle. And we can attach these by wrapping them around the bottom. And just wrap it around once so you can move it if you have to. You can adjust that later. There we go. Like that. And take another smaller piece and add it to that. But we want to keep it even because it's two-sided. So we'll flip it over and stick it through that so you can work with it. You can twist it. And then add this piece to the bottom. Just wrap it around. It doesn't have to be all neat because we'll be adjusting it later. Just wrap it around once so you can move it if you have to. And then twist it around. Go to about halfway from the end of the last twisted piece and the root. Then check it, make sure it's looks good, looks pretty center, and then add another one. Let's see how far it goes, maybe a little bit more. Like that. Looks good. I'm going to add another one. We'll flip it over, make sure it's even on both sides. And we're going to add another one to this one. Check and see if it reaches good enough. Maybe a few more twists. Looks good. And add another one. Check it. Looks good. I flip it over again and do this side. See. Make sure all the wires are on this side. Like that. Let's check it, make sure it's not too much over the ring. Looks good. Just keep adding them. The next one will be this one, and then you add more to that one, then that one, that one, and then that one. Once you have all the wires applied, you will need to wrap each one around. But first, we're going to take the long one and create a loop at the top of this. So what we're going to do is just kind of move these out of the way a bit. And take this long one and wrap it around once. Like that. Just make sure everything's centered. This doesn't look a little centered. There we go. You can move it a little bit. About there. And you can tighten it with the flat nose. Pull it a bit. Don't forget to wear your safety glasses when you're working with wire. Okay. Now to create the loop, we'll need a pencil. I'll just use this pencil. I'm going to place it here, kind of hold it, and wrap around the long wire around it once or twice. Preferably twice. Leave a bit of a space beside the ring. And once you did that, keep the pencil in there and wrap the tail around the piece that's holding on to the ring. Good. And wrap it around a few times. Take the pencil out, and there's your ring. Keep it in there so you can move it around so it doesn't distort. Okay. And then attach the long wire end to the ring. Wrap it around twice to secure it. Okay, you can take the pencil out and snip off the excess wire. Like that. And there you have it. You can use the round nose pliers to adjust your branches the way you like them. Now we're going to wrap each wire around the ring, starting with the one closest to the loop. Okay. Wrap it around once for now. Oh, wrap around 1.5 times, just like that. And do the other ones. Use your flat nose pliers to grab the end so you can tighten it a little bit better. There we you go. Keep adding them. And continue until you're finished. And once you've finished wrapping them around, you can snip off the ends. And once you snip off all the ends, just pinch the wire ends to the ring so you don't cut yourself or anything. They will be covered with beads, so you don't have to really worry about it too much. I just don't want you to scratch yourself too much there. Just trim these even, or relatively even. That looks good. Yeah, that's why you wear safety glasses. Things go flying. Now we're going to place each wire on either side, alternating the wires. Like that. In the middle wire, we want to create a loop so we could attach the other one to it. So we'll take our round nose pliers and grab it at the end of the wire and place it closest to the base of the round nose pliers, and then twist it up like that. Just create a loop like that. Just kind of coil it around each other. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of organic in a way. Like that. Okay, and the rest you're going to coil and place on the edge of the ring. Coil them any which way, doesn't matter. They're roots, so they'll have their mind of their own. And continue until you're finished. So make 3 of these. The top and the middle one should have a top loop and a bottom loop. And the bottom one should just have the top loop, because you don't need to attach the bottom to anything else.